All right, guys, our next bit of movie news today is to say it's bittersweet is a bit of an understatement. I don't have a lot of hope for the future in this regard, but Allison Brie. I almost said Brie Larson. Allison Brie Larson. Allison Brie was recently being interviewed. I believe it was on the BBC. It was like a podcast interview. And one of the things that they asked her about was, what do you think? Because Mark Maron has been very public in saying that, hey, if we push hard enough, maybe we, the fans and the cast and the crew and everything, if we push hard enough, we might be actually be able to get a Glow movie to tie up all the loose ends. As we know, earlier in the year, Netflix canceled Glow. It had 3 glorious seasons. 3 glorious seasons as I pull out some of my favorite pop toys here. Liberty Bell and the Russian. I can't remember her name. If you remember Allison Brie's character's name in the show, go ahead and comment in the section below. I loved Glow. I thought it was a wonderful show. So much fun, so much heart. And yeah, turns out that Netflix canceled it because, you know what? It's too expensive to make. What? What are you talking about? So, Allison Brie was being interviewed on the BBC, and they said, do you think that there's a possibility we might get a movie to tie up all the loose ends that we never were able to get in season? They actually filmed episode 1. Somewhere, someone has on their bookshelf a rough cut, or at least the dailies from episode 1. They finished filming episode 1. They just barely started filming episode 2 when Netflix shut it down. So we have an episode 1 somewhere that exists. That's a thing. So I don't know, Larken, it's incredibly disheartening to me to hear that we're not getting a 4th season. Allison Brie has stated publicly she's kind of pessimistic. She doesn't think that it's going to happen. I mean, she was one of the main characters in the television show Community, and one of the big things from Community was 6 seasons in a movie. So we went through hell to get those 6 seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That was a rough start. We didn't actually think the next season was going to happen. Season 5 was like pulling teeth. And then season 6, Yahoo actually had to pick up the slack. But we're still waiting on the movie. Is it ever actually going to happen? Who knows? Maybe somewhere far, far, far down the line, but not anytime soon. What do you think? What are the possibilities of getting a Glow movie? And do you think this is something that is viable for Netflix?
Well, first of all, yeah, I was definitely one of the people who was kind of shocked that they canceled it. I have not seen seasons 2 and 3. I loved season 1. It was delightful. And then it just sort of fell off my radar, but I knew it was always there, right? Like I knew I could go back to it. And it just sort of seemed like something that was really key to who Netflix was. Like it was such an important part of their brand. And then, yeah, it just seems so unceremonious for it just to be cut almost, like you said, in the middle of, getting ramped up for season. I really don't know if it's a money thing. That's, I'm always cynical about
A
that.
little dubious of.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think you're right. The community connection. That's if people can mount a campaign and demonstrate interest, then someone will see an opportunity there. But yeah, it's disappointing.
Because, Netflix is notorious for pumping out like 15, 20 new projects every month. Shows or television or like movies or television shows or whatever. Like they just put out so much content that we don't even hear about. So it doesn't get watched at a high rate because we don't know to watch it. It may be a very quality show, but because, the flavor of this month is Queen's Gambit, what's next month's flavor going to be? So like it's hard. It's frustrating when you see a company like Netflix just mass produce their own stuff. And I understand why they do it. They need to compete. 80% of all the content that's watched on their service is it's like library material, stuff that Netflix does not own. And very recently, a study was done how much they spend on licensing fees. It's $14 billion a year on licensing fees alone. That's not day-to-day operation. That's not general upkeep. That's just licensing fees. $14 billion a year. That's crazy. So they're currently operating in a deficit, and they're trying to reverse that by putting out so much original content that hopefully that can be self-sustaining. But models have shown that that's not true.
Yeah, I mean, and this is where, are they in a position where they could sell off properties like Glow? I don't think that would be financially beneficial, but what are they going to do with all that content they're creating if they're not giving it a home?
I mean, I guarantee you Apple TV Plus would want to buy Glow. That is a show right up their alley.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I'm sure there'd be a buyer for it. It's just a question of if Netflix is, if that's part of their plan.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're a behemoth.
I don't know. But guys, question for you is, what do you think is in the future? What do you think is in the cards for Glow? Do you think it's possible we're going to get a season 4? I mean, like I said, episode 1 of season 4 has already been filmed. It's in the can. It's floating around somewhere. Do you think they're going to release it? Do you think a movie is going to happen? Or do you think this is just a dead property? Jump down into the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. And if you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Weird Al Yankovic would want you to do. Dun, 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 dun.